I'm not even sure where to begin with this. I guess I want to begin with apologizing to the armchair detective and his viewers for not being able to make the live. And it is true that I had promised him Sunday, the day before, that I would come and be a guest on his show on Monday evening. Something came up I definitely unexpected with my granddaughter. She was tested positive for COVID. Of course, she had to go to see her pediatrician, and the pediatrician rerouted us on over to the hospital so she could have some chest x-rays to make sure that it hadn't turned to pneumonia. And thank God it has not. It is COVID, though, and she is very sick. So that is precisely why I wasn't there, and I do apologize. Okay, now getting into the whole drama side, which everyone knows that's not my thing. I try to stay as far away from drama as I can. There's been an issue come about with the creator Seeking the Truth with Dave. I have talked to several people, and I just don't even know how to address this, but I feel like I need to. I met Dave in J for Justice chat. Kim Kaufman came on the scene, and I was curious as to what she had to say. And so I was told she was going to be on J for Justice. So me and a couple of other people, we went over there kind of just to observe, right? And where I guess I messed up was I talked in chat, because there was a lot of people in that chat. Pretty much anybody that watched the Watts case, right? There was a lot of people there. So I was saying hello to people. Dave was there, Seeking the Truth with Dave. And he was her moderator. And he was very welcoming. He told me, welcome to over here, and he went on to tell me that he was a subscriber of mine, and he really enjoyed my channel, things of that nature. And of course, I thanked him for his support, and then that was that, And a day or two later, I had a live, and Dave showed up in the chat, right? And at this time, I was doing open panels, discussions. And he came up on my panel. And I said, this is Dave, and he is a moderator for J for Justice, and, so on and so forth. And I asked Dave, do you have a channel? Because some people in chat were saying, does he have a channel? He said, I do, but I haven't really done anything with it. I said, oh, okay. Well, we'll check out your channel. What is your channel? And he said what it was. And, it was put in the chat, and I went and subscribed, and many of the people in chat went and subscribed. And that was pretty much that. It wasn't long after that, asked me would I come on his show. Sure, I didn't see any harm in it, so I did. There was also some ladies that helped him, was also paneling with him, and they were like a team. Very nice ladies. And I thought it was going to be this is going to be a great team. They're going to be a great channel, So anytime Dave showed up in my chat, I would say, hey, this is Dave. Y'all go check out his channel. And that's pretty much how it started. And so there was a couple of times he said, can I use this video or that video on my live tonight? I said, sure. I said, actually, you don't even have to ask. If you ever want to use anything over here, go for it. I don't mind. So he used some of them, I guess, and he always gave full credit, and my name was in his description box, and I even put his in my description box along with Cher, Mr. Cher, and all that, People we just support. We support each other. That's the way I hoped it could be. Because drama and division is never a good thing. So I was hoping it could be that way. It wasn't very long to where I started getting messages from another creator. And at this time, she was a friend of mine. And she was like, stay away from Dave. He was very inappropriate to someone else. And I said, really? Yes, very inappropriate. I said, wow, okay. I mean, so I pretty much, just kept doing my own thing because, to be quite honest, it wasn't my business. That's kind of the way I looked at it. However, being told that, of course, I'm going to keep my guard up and I'm going to watch out. And I'm not going to allow him to get inappropriate with me. That's for damn sure. But, if he speaks to me, I'll speak to him. That's just who I am. But he didn't get inappropriate with me. And let me say that up front. He's never been inappropriate with me, ever. There's nothing that's ever led me to feel uncomfortable around him, aside from the fact that I wanted to keep my guard up because of all of the things I had been told, right? And then there was a couple of crazy stuff happening on the same night. And so I was getting hit with messages about both things, right? So I'm still getting hit with, you need to get over here and hear this. And this was Dave's channel. So I went over there and I didn't say anything, but I listened and I watched for 5 minutes. And it went to the part, and a lot of you know what I'm talking about, where he said that years ago that he had kissed a lady. He continued on. Pretty much in my head, it was like, wait. I shut it off. I didn't want to hear any more of it. I was done. Boom. That's it. What I had already heard about this other inappropriateness, and then now he's coming out saying in his past there was this issue. I just shut it off. I was done. And just to be quite honest, I left his channel. I left his Facebook. I blocked him on my phone. I blocked him on Messenger. I was done. I was just done, period. That's it. End of the line, done. And that's the way it was for several months. Okay, several months. Well, I was asked several months later, have you been to Dave's channel in a while? I said, no. Oh, he's getting really big. I said, well, that's good, Okay, that's good. And you need to go check out his channel. I said, look, I kind of distanced myself there because there's issues there I don't want a part of. What are you talking about? First creator that it was said that he was being inappropriate with, and then now this. And then this person goes on to tell me, but the thing of it is this woman's husband was a cop, and she had been flirting with him for like 5-6 months, and he thought she was a willing participant and open for him to kiss her or whatever it was that happened. I said, well, then why was he convicted? Because her husband was a cop, but he wasn't convicted of a bad charge. Because think about it, he works for the government. He delivers mail. He is a government worker. He could not be a government worker if he was an SO, which we know that's true. But I told the person that was telling me this, I said, well, I didn't listen to the whole thing. I clicked off right there. When he said what he did, I left. I didn't even listen to it all. Well, you should have listened to it all, because when he explained it, it made sense. And as you see, he still has much support. And so I was like, well, maybe that's my bad. Maybe I should have listened to it all. I went over to his chat one night after that. And sure enough, it was a big chat, and he was going over some, one of the interviews or something, I believe it was. And I was just like, hello, everyone, and Dave stopped it, and he's like, oh, UnJustified. But he was like, need to go over there, check out our channel, just very, very polite, until 2 days ago. I was getting my granddaughters ready for their first little school dance, high school dance. And many of you know that they live with me. I have custody of them and have for years. And there was alterations that I had to do on one of their dresses, their little photo shoots, things like that, But I was getting, I'm talking about back to back. So I pick up my phone, and it was all the same thing. You need to get over here. You need to listen to this. You need to see this. And then there was a few of them saying, Seeking the Truth with Dave. He's done it again. And they're showing the proof. And I was like, okay. So I got the little dress alteration done. And I opened my phone. I sat down. And I clicked the link, and it was AD's live. This is basically the same thing again. So how can I ignore it this time? Like, this is the third time, right? So I'm just going to play that little part for you where I came in. And I already missed 2 hours when I came in here. So I had no idea what was going on. I was just told to get over there, and this is the link I was given.
Not in America.
Oh, UnJustified's here. I'm pleased she is, because UnJustified has been a great friend to Dave. I don't know what she feels about this video. She's a lovely lady. I bet she's shocked at what she's just discovered, because she has helped Dave grow his channel from day one. I'm sorry you have to hear this, UnJustified, but it's the truth.
I don't know if she's heard it all. She may have to go
Well,
back.
probably not, but she can watch it later.
I did comment in the chat. I said that, yes, I'm going to catch the replay. I'm just completely text AD, and I'm shocked. And he was polite and said, I'm sorry, I know. And he said, did Dave was he ever inappropriate with you? And I said, no, never, ever. It was always only about the Watts case with me and Dave. I said, I'm not going to lie, because at this point I was just disgusted. I was like, I'd done seen this in the chat. I'd done read the comments. And then, AD saying, we don't know how she's going to feel about this and everything, and I was just like, wow, damn, from what I've seen, I'm disgusted, and so I just jumped, and I was like, yeah, that it's disgusting, AD. I do not condone this. I was told many times in the past that Dave had an issue with being inappropriate to people, and then I was told that he could even be the YouTube flasher, and I'll get into that briefly in just a second, but and I always defended him, because I just didn't believe that the YouTube flasher or pervert was him. I just never believed that, but I kept brushing everything aside, really, even though I very well distanced. I was for all of you guys that are from Dave's channel, you know, I was a distance. I was really never there, maybe once or twice. I have heard that he has, and I've also heard that he was that person, and I defended him. And then people would come back and say, well, then why has he never got the YouTube flasher and everybody else has? Anyway, the girls went to their dance. While they were at their dance, I got several emails, messages. I even had some wanting my opinion on what was going on. I said, to be quite honest, I don't know, but I'll tell you this, I do not condone what I have seen. It is very, very, very disturbing, to say the very least. I can't support Dave. I cannot and I will not support Dave in this because of all the past things that I've heard, I've defended him on. I can't do it anymore. Okay, that's where I was standing. So I decided to watch that live again, like I said I would. Before I put this up on the screen, if some of you may not have seen it already, I want to warn you there is some very strong language in these screenshots. This was the first screenshot that was shown. Let's go on to another screenshot. You know me, I analyze everything. And their conversation goes on and this, okay, let's go to the next screenshot. I refuse to read what Dave wrote here, but you can see it. And then the reply was, well, okay, then enjoy. And, you know, I mean, I guess at that point, what the hell was she supposed to say? And Dave says, it should be awesome. Wish you could watch it with me. Already Dave is feeling that it's cool to talk this way to this person. I mean, the person hearted his, loved his reply here. And here again, this is Dave. It starts out with keep mouth shut, please. And then it goes on for more disgusting. And then the person hearts that, you know, loves that comment from Dave. And they reply with the cool and the licking lips emoji. And then Dave says, thank you, and puts the XXXs for love. And again, that is giving a heart, a love, a comment. So this bothers me for the victim a lot, because if the victim didn't know what to say and was afraid that he would get mad if she did not reply the way he wanted to, then to be honest, I wish she would have just at that point exposed him or even pressed charges on him, if the case may be, you know. I mean, because this is very inappropriate talk from Dave. And just please, I hope the victim does hear me right now. Please be very careful about how you reply to people that's coming at you and making you feel uncomfortable, because how you reply is going to either open the door for them or shut it in their face. Hitting her up, what's up? She reacts to it laughing, saying that, you know, wrong person, but I'm sure you are at the moment. 2 laughing emojis, and then goes on to say, you know, a few other things, and then it says, enjoy your vid, NIT. So they contacted Dave by telephone, and after seeing all that, and I was like, well, you know, I wish this victim or felt comfortable enough to tell him to back the hell off and stop disrespecting me. Don't talk to me that way. I wish she would have felt comfortable enough saying that to him, but obviously she didn't. In her replies, I believe, led Dave to believe it was okay what he was doing. And with her feeling uncomfortable and just all out grossed out by the way he was talking, and I'm sure she was, they called Dave.
I'll prove to you, Bubbles, that I'm getting help.
So, do you agree to the terms we kind of set out? You know, you definitely get the help.
Yep.
Talk to your therapist or something. Yeah, I don't know who you go to over there, and let's see how that goes, because like I said before, we loved watching you. We thought you were a fun guy, and we do want that guy back. But like Bubble said, she's not on the same page as us.
Yep. Thank you, girls.
Do I have your permission to the ladies that I talked to, let them know that it's taken care of?
Well and truly.
Okay.
Admitted he was sorry and he needed help. And even TJ from Red X, she actually made a special video. I guess Dave had asked her to read this message out from him. And there wasn't a lot of the video played, however, and I did not get to see it. I don't know if she still has it up. I haven't looked. But she actually was just reading what Dave had said. And it was, he again said he was sorry and he needed to get help. And, you know, I'm not going to shoot the messenger there because she was being the messenger for Dave. I believe that Red X was also completely blindsided by this and caught off guard. And that's just how I feel. I don't think she knew anything about this, as I can't even say I didn't, because I was told in the past, but I guess I chose just to play it by ear. And because as soon as I would be told, as I said earlier, then something would come up and there was a reason or no one said anything about it. And another one was he would actually end up becoming friends. He ended up becoming friends again with the person the very first time I was told that he spoke with inappropriately. Him and that creator were friends again. So I thought, well, maybe it was a misunderstanding. And then the thing with the flasher of YouTube, I guess he just went away. I'm not even certain. I'm pretty sure it was this live that he was having when I sent him the screenshot.
We need
I've
to
got
know right.
to interrupt the program a second. If you look at chat bubbles,
Yep.
just take that screen down a second. I need to make a statement. Right, guys. I've had an email. I won't say her name, from one of Dave's mods, and now ex-mod. I'll read it out. This is so and so, so and so. If she wants to be named, just put it in chat. Please first allow me to apologise. I was an active moderator for Seeking the Truth with Dave until today. I had no idea what was going on. None, in bigger words. Okay. As I am in Canada and the time difference for this information only came to me today, I just thought today I will no longer be supporting Dave. Please, can you pass this message to other creators and yourselves? I know now, and I will not support this behaviour, nor will I support Dave.
Here you will actually see AD is texting me at this point, and he's asking me to come up, and I'm explaining to him that I can't right now, but I promise I will tomorrow.
Not that I know of, no.
Okay, here AD is actually going to talk about what I actually told him. I was like, I just don't know what to think about this. There was a lot of questionable things, and this is verbatim. There was a lot of questionable things before all this, and I was even told before that he was the flasher, and I always defended him on that, and I just don't know what to think about this anymore, And so that is what he's about to get into. And then his guest, Tammy, which is an ex-mod for Dave, she also heard the same thing, she says. So you know, that did go around. That rumor went around as well. And I still can't say 100% if it was or if it wasn't. I just can't. I don't know. I don't know.
know the answer to that, but I do think it might
I don't know
have
anything
been.
about that. Can you just tell us about what's this flasher then? What
Oh,
channel
okay.
did he appeal on?
From what I heard, I think he was, I don't know, so please in chat correct me. I think he went on to UnJustified, and what he did is he flashed his privates.
Oh my God.
Unjustified. Well,
Like,
that would be,
seriously, like, he's
that's
never,
connected to him. Any other channels?
not that I know of, no.
Well, this person's saying he went onto a lot of the channels that he was on their panels.
See, like,
And that's,
like he
you know,
did
that's
say
pretty.
to me at one stage when he was on my show.
I don't know. I think there was at least 4 or 5, but yeah, it was more than just mine. And I'm really not connected to Dave. I'm not connected to any creator. I am a solo creator. And so, yeah, let's take a look at the other screenshots.
Of what was sent to us just today.
Do we need a trigger warning? Do we need a trigger warning?
This is a trigger warning.
I'm assuming this is a different person than the one from the previous screenshots. I don't know that it is, but I'm assuming it is because they said they had just received these that day. Dave, you know, go and make the cheesecake and cover your mouth in it. And I'll imagine I just, you know, and you can see it. And I don't know what the reply is because the reply was unsent, like it was sent and then they took it back. So I don't know. Maybe Dave never seen this reply. Maybe this person did say, but that's not even funny. Like that's not even cool for you to say that. I don't know. I have no clue. They unsent it. And of course we can't see it, so we can't really even make an opinion on the reply. But then it goes on. Dave goes on to say it's good for the lips. Send me a picture of it covered on your lips. I guess he's talking about this cheesecake. And then later on, or maybe the next day, I don't know. I didn't even look when it was sent. But it says, hope you enjoyed your cheesecake. And Dave again. This person didn't even reply at all to his good for the lips, send me a picture. She didn't reply. Not an unsent message. Not a reaction to his disgusting comments. I mean, there's nothing, okay? It looks like she just flat out damn ignored that. And then he comes back and she still hasn't replied. And he said, I'm getting the oil out. And then she still doesn't reply. And like 20 minutes later, he said, it's not helping the car start. So whoever this person is not opening any doors for him, but it looks like he does continue to bring this talk to her. To that victim, I would like to say, I'm glad you did not open the doors, or I'm glad you were just, silence is deafening, and he should have seen that. And I'm sorry that he continued to bring that to you when you obviously didn't like the way he was talking to you. Okay, so that brings us to where I had promised AD I would come on this show, and I wasn't able to. And when his live starts, and it was actually almost, I think, an hour late, and that would be because of me. He was awaiting me to get there, and I wasn't able to, and I wasn't even able to reach out to my moderator, Dave G, by telephone to let him know, please let AD and his viewers know what's going on.
Hello, folks. Well, first of all, an apology. I was so excited tonight because Kimberly, our friend, UnJustified, was coming on. It all arranged all day, yeah, perfectly. It's been arranged for 3 days. And today she has a family emergency. Her grandchild hospital is unavoidable. It's just a family emergency. She can't come. But we will reschedule and you will get it. That's the good news. You will get it down the line.
And again, I would like to apologize to AD for that. So just in closing, this is what and I know this video has gotten really lengthy. I like to show you what we're talking about and discussing, and I hope I was able to do that. I hope I was able to explain to everyone my actual quote unquote relationship with Dave. And I would also like to say, Dave, if you're listening, I definitely do not condone whatsoever this at all. You just don't even look like the same person you were back when I was talking to you. And it's very disturbing, and it's disappointing of what I have seen you become. I have been told a lot within the last few months that you have changed. You are completely different. And there was a deal where I was told of the things that you had said about Miss Rusak. And here's the thing, no matter how you feel about the Rusak family or the Watts family for that matter, either family, saying that, or even putting it out there, that's a better way to say it, even putting it out there to the public and to your viewers that believe in you, that you believe that Miss Rusak had something to do with this, or even the deal with the rake. Okay, Dave, come on. The Rusaks lost all of their grandchildren and their daughter in the blink of an eye. It was all taken from them. So no matter how you feel about them personally, there's still morals, dignity, and respect. Can you imagine walking in their shoes? These families hurt. All they have left are their memories and photos. And I get the conspiracies hurt them too. I get that, but you know that this is completely at a different level of hurt. So that was completely uncalled for. Okay, addressing another thing, the bullying. I've heard a lot of that. There has been many come out to me about you being mean to them and off the hook, aggressive, and things of that nature. All of those people that supported you and me or any of us and got us up that ladder, those are the people that we need to appreciate. Belittling them and bullying them and bad-mouthing them and hurting them after they got us where we are, that is wrong. No one has come to me and told me that you have sexually harassed them. Personally, not me. Now, however, I did get many, and I will be honest, and no, I will never reveal who they are, and say, yes, he was rude to me, and I tried, and I've always stood by him, and, you know, that's not good, Dave. Seriously. So I'm going to have to agree with you. You do need to get some help, and you do need to get off of this power trip. And that's the only thing I know to refer to it as on that part. Because believe me, getting up there a little bit, you can fall back down very, very fast. It's easier to fall than it is to rise. And you know that. You've done been through it once. But you explained the situation, and your subs believed in you, and they stood by you and then you let them down. And I believe you owe them an apology. As for the ones that you sexually harassed, they were embarrassed. There's, it was just, it's sad thing. I believe you thought it was consensual. I do believe you thought that. From what I seen now, because I didn't see a lot, and we did not see a lot, but from what I seen, I do believe that you did believe that that one was consensual because of the replies. I do believe that. However, obviously, from what she said in her statement, she had came out to you at some point and told you it's not consensual, and the other one that was shown on the screenshots, Dave, she wasn't even replying to you, and you continued to say things to her. At that point, you should have seen she is not, absolutely is not accepting of this kind of talk. You should have backed off. Stop. You shouldn't have even did it to begin with, but you did. But you shouldn't have just kept on. Just remember, Dave, when you get help, because you've got the potential, you do have the potential, but you can't abuse that power and potential, and you just can't do the things that you were doing. You can't abuse the power you've got. That is what we in true crime are completely against, is abuse of power. And you openly admitted on your phone call that you felt you had more power. Your ego had gotten bigger. And so you started feeling almost invincible to say and do and act the way you wanted and didn't worry about any repercussions. And here's the thing. Every action has a consequence. So make sure you appreciate those subscribers and those viewers, because Dave, they're the reason you have a channel. Just because I helped you to get some subs over there, just because AD helped you to get some subs over there, these other channels, just because they helped you to get some subs over there, that doesn't mean that me or AD or any of us is the ones that made your channel, because we're not. Your subs made your channel. It doesn't matter where they came from, okay? It was up to them to choose, do I like this guy? Do I like his content? Do I want to stay? We can send them all day long, but it may not be their cup of tea. But you were. And they enjoyed your content and they enjoyed watching you until you made it unenjoyable. The ones that reached out to me were even afraid. They had gotten to the point they were even afraid to say anything in the chat. They were afraid they would be jumped on. They were afraid they was going to be jumped on, and you get mad at them and start lashing out at them and things like that. They were just afraid. But they stayed because they did enjoy your content, but they was not enjoying seeing you hurt their fellow mods and friends that was in that chat. Then there's Red X, TJ. And again, I don't know her really. However, the times that I have been in her chat, she was very, very respectful of me. She seems like a very sweet person. Now, I have not watched her since she has gotten the guest on her show, the Don Joe. I do not know this person whatsoever, so I cannot speak at all on this person because I know nothing about him. So I'm not even going to address that person because I do not know him. But as far as Red X, she's always been very polite, very respectful, and she supports my channel. Y'all are all even members of my channel. So for me to have to even be doing this is very uncomfortable to me as well. Because I have always said I respect all creators. I know they put a lot of time into their work. And it's hard. It is hard out here. And you can't please everyone, no matter what your opinion may be. Not everyone's going to agree with it. Just like this video right here. I am going to have many people that's not going to agree with me, I'm sure. And they're going to think, oh, I'm on this side or that side. The bottom line is this. I don't play sides, okay? Even through everything AD's been through with these other channels and all of this, I don't play sides. I've always supported AD. AD has always been nothing but nice to me. He is really the first creator I ever watched. Anytime I've ever went into one of his shows, he was extremely polite. He acknowledged me being there. All of his mods were very welcoming. I don't have any problem with AD. Quite the contrary. So that said, I just hope everybody knows where I stand with this. I've tried to explain it the very best I can. Dave, go ahead and get help. I don't wish anything bad on you. I do hope you're able to work this out with your family. And I even hope someday maybe you can get this help and you can come back and be the creator that you do have the potential to be. But you cannot abuse your power. And you cannot get on a power trip. And you damn sure can't be inappropriate with these women. You just can't. Well, number one, it's wrong. And number two, come on, Dave, you're married. I mean, how many times have we said what a POS Chris was for what he did to Shanann? You're married, Dave. It's wrong. It's morally wrong. To all the subs, mods, and everything, I know you guys are torn from one damn angle to the next. I know all of you watch all of us. And I know now that you just don't even know where in the heck you stand. You're afraid to speak in this chat or this one's going to get mad. Or you're afraid to watch this channel or this channel's going to get mad. Please don't feel that way. Not here. I can't speak for other creators. I don't know where they stand. It's not my business how any other creator runs their channel. But here, to me, it doesn't matter whose side you choose, okay? The thing of it is you know how you feel. And whoever you decide to watch or chat or support, that is up to you. That is not my place to do that judging for you, and I'm not going to judge you. The only thing I ask about my channel is be respectful to each other. Agree to disagree. I don't go with bullying, belittling, disrespect, childhood drama. I don't do that. I respect all creators. I appreciate all subs and mods. And that's where I stand. And if you have stuck with me through this whole video until this point, thank you. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. I will not speak on this again. However, the ones that reached out to me, and of course anybody that wants to reach out to me is more than welcome to do so. And if I can help, I will. But that's all I can do. And kudos to AD and his team for doing what he believed was right. That was brought to him, and he was asked to cover this, I assume, and it does look like they tried to do things without bringing it out. Showing people where they can report cyberbullying was such a good idea. You never know who may need that, so that was great. To Red X, I kind of think you were where I was, and you was just kind of blindsided by this happening. Dave has never been inappropriate with me personally either, although, you know, I had heard things in the past, and as well as I'm sure you had. But we kind of watch and observe and make our own decisions. And that's what I did. And I respect Red X. I'm sorry that she's in this situation too. I really am. And that's all I know to say, guys. That's where I stand. Do me a favor. Please don't trash any creator in my comments. You know, you can give your opinion on things as long as it's respectful, and I've done the best I could here to be as respectful as I could. I don't like name calling or anything like that. Let's not do that. I really do hope this gets resolved. I just hope the best for everyone. Dave, you do need to get some help. Thank you all so much for sticking with me till this long. That's it. That's it for me. And until next time, this is UnJustified.